Yeah, of course, the big stadium with the history. I think the highlight is the World Cup, Spain versus Holland in the stadium, and of course other highlights also. The Soweto Derby is always here. Those memories when everything was open, but yeah, I've came out of the stadium feeling good, sometimes not very good. But it's part of the life of a football coach in this stadium.
Obviously, coach, when you're playing against at least two coaches that know you very well.
Three.
How difficult is it to then try to mastermind a different way to play and outsmart them? As obviously you guys lost the first game, so how difficult is it now for you to try and change things with people that sort of know how your brain works technically?
Yeah, at our level, with our experience, is not outsmarting whoever. The game is way bigger than the four of us. So it's a game for Ahly and it's a game for Mamelodi Sundowns. There's nothing to do with us as coaches. We are just directing the teams on the game and supporting the things. So for me, it's where I am in my career. There's nothing for me to be competing or trying to outsmart Mangoba or Rulani or Steve. I have respect for them, and I'm not in that space. I'm totally not in that space of outsmarting or trying to be better.
Thank you. Tashvik Varin, News 24. First and foremost, congratulations on the new contract, coach. In your sort of dissertation in the period you have been at Ahly for nearly 2 years now, you have constantly said that the expectations are high, and the expectations were also high at Mamelodi Sundowns. What have you learned during this time being at Ahly, and more so, what have you learned about the Egyptian culture as well? Thanks.
The question must be in the game.
Okay, just a request from the Ahly team just to keep questions focused on the game at hand. Coach? Okay.
Yeah, when you coach a team of Mamelodi Sundowns and Ahly, you are expected to win all the time. That's your life as a coach, and it's normal, but you must also understand that I've been living with this for many years. So why today? It's okay. And I also believe that if you also coach even a team that is at a little bit lower level, you are also yeah. So it's like you ask a coach whose team is on the relegation road in the last three on the log, how do you feel about the pressure? It's the same as at the top. The pressure is big. We have pressure, of course, because we have won the Champions League back to back, and we are expected to win it, and we believe we'll win it again. Okay, it's pressure for us, but it's also pressure for Mamelodi Sundowns. They haven't won it for 7 years, So, it was pressure for Real Madrid day before yesterday. It was pressure for PSG to win the Champions League. It's our life. We live with pressure. So if you can't take the pressure, don't be in this space.
My question for Coach Mosimane. You was able to beat Ahly 5-0 in South Africa What made you achieve that thing? And do you think that Sundowns beating Al Ahly in Cairo was a mistake technically or something that happened in football?
No, I don't want to talk about Sundowns. I'm a coach for Al Ahly, so I can't respond to your questions about Sundowns. I think you can ask the coaches that were my assistant at that time at Mamelodi Sundowns. So that's not for me. I'm wearing a red jersey now, so I don't think I can answer that one. But the game of football has got many facets. Sometimes you lose technically, sometimes you lose tactically, sometimes you lose mentally. So it's very difficult to can say the game in Cairo was more what and what. But I think if you watch a game, you know that we mentally we were right, we were strong, we fought to win the match, we created the chances. The problem is when you don't create a chance. We created the chances, as many as possible, and we couldn't get the ball at the back of the net. Samuel saved on the goal line. Kennedy, the goalkeeper, was unbelievable on that time, and it's a football life, you know. At the end of the day, when the match finishes, nobody asks you how many chances have you created or you missed. Everyone talks about the score. What was the end result? And the end result is 1-0. Mamelodi Sundowns scored the goal. So football is about results. The other things we can talk about them around the results. So yes, they deserved to win because they scored the goal. You can't say they didn't have to win. They scored the goal. We did not score. So that's football, and it does happen. And last time when we were in Pretoria, we didn't create many chances to score, but we scored the goal. So it's life.
Yeah, thanks, Jermaine. Hi, Coach. Good to see you. Coach, I just wanted to ask about your preparations, just the decisions you took, obviously, to also use the facilities at Naturena. You know, how did you find them, and just an overall comment on your preparations for this big clash? Thank you.
Yeah, Mazola, thanks. It's good to hear you also. Our preparations haven't been very easy, Mazola. I think you know that we came from Merich to play Merich, and within 3 days we had to play Pyramid, and that was the top of that last game. And you could see the lineup. We had to put everybody on the lineup because we want to win, you know. And comparatively to our opponents, I mean, I don't know who they played. I even don't know the name of the team in the Nedbank Cup. And you know the lineup there, you know. We are in a difficult situation of those 3 games in about 8 or 9 games, 9 days. And it's not only those 3 days and 9 days, yes. Put 10 hours flight to come over here and traveling from Cairo at 2 o'clock to refill in Aswan for 1 hour and leave Aswan at 4 a.m. and land here. And of course you can see our preparations, but we're not complaining about preparation. You know, we could have been better. Okay, Sundowns had a better preparations. They were in Cairo for 7 days, no issues, you know. But that's not an excuse, to be honest. It's the way it is, and if I was in a position of Sundowns, I would do the same, to be honest. And it's fair. But it has been difficult for us to do that. We had 1 day to prepare, and we, thanks to Kaizer Chiefs, thanks to the chairman of the club, Chairman Mutau, for offering us the facilities where we could not find any other facility in the country that has a pitch, that has the cryotherapy for ice baths and massages and the pool, and the saunas. There's no facility in South Africa that has that. But Naturena has got the facility, and it was good for us, and it was also good for us to see, because I haven't seen the facility myself, how it is, but what an eye-opener to to see that there's a team in Africa that has this kind of facilities, and it's not about training pitch or all that. It's about the whole hospitality, the lounge, and everything. Unbelievable team, and I think Ahly will tell you that it was a high level facility. It's top. For me, it's the best I've seen in the continent. Okay, Royal Marang has the same facility also, to be honest. So those are the two I've seen in Africa ever since, for my 22 years as a coach. And there's a very good relationship outside football that Kaizer Chiefs has handed over to us as Ahly, to say that we were the opponents in the last CAF Champions League final. But outside the pitch, we are not opponents. There's a relationship, and we appreciate the courtesy of Kaizer Chiefs, and it's humble. For me, as South African, I feel humbled.
Knockout, so you informed how you set up. So how do you see your approach for tomorrow's game? I think this is match day number 4. Before you will be left with 2 other matches. How does this game inform you? And before coming here, I was here next door, the FA confirming that side that they are bidding for the Champions League final for this year to come here in South Africa. You've won 2 of your Champions League titles in Egypt. How sweet would it be to do it here at home?
Yeah, very. We have to be very careful with the game of tomorrow, and don't be too emotional. You have to make sure. Don't be careless. Also, you need to look at the game properly and say, what is the aim? The objective is to qualify, to go to the top, to go to the next round. And how do you qualify? At this point in time where we are, we have to win the match because we dropped the points at home. So that's what we want. We want to win tomorrow. And I know people say, oh, maybe we want a draw. We want to win because we believe we can win. Why not? Yes. But the game will tell if we are winning or not. We can't say now. But we know why we are here. We want to win because it will put us in the same number of points with the opponents. That will be very nice to be in that position, to be honest. So that's how we deal with the game. And South Africa has the facilities to host the World Cup, never mind the Champions League final. We can take it to any of the 9 stadiums that we're hosting the World Cup here. We have the facilities, we have the hotels, we have everything. We have hosted Cup of Nations. We have hosted the World Cup. In this facility, we had Barcelona here. I was sitting with Valverde in the same space here. Messi played in this pitch. So there's no doubt about South Africa hosting the Champions League final. And why not? It would be nice to win it at home. But for me, I'm not emotional of where this thing going to be or what. For me, I'm just focused on my job, whether it's in Morocco or it's in Egypt, wherever it is, we have to try and win it. We are expected to win it, by the way. So the pressure is on us to win it.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on your new contract with Ahly. You achieved with Ahly in a year and a half 4 Continental Cup and 2 bronze medals with Ahly. Also, last game you said that after 2 years, Ahly will be better. What else do you want to achieve with Ahly? What is your best ambition with Ahly after all what you achieved with Ahly? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the congratulations. To make a good team, you need time. And sometimes football doesn't give you time, especially at the highest level. You know how it is. You can't buy time in football. The only time you can buy time is when you keep winning. If you don't win, you can't buy time in football. I mean, all the coaches will tell you, especially at the level of expectations of a big team. You don't have time, you know. So, but I know how long it took me to get Mamelodi Sundowns into the group stages. I'm not talking about winning the Champions League, to go to the group stages. And I know how many years it took me to get Mamelodi Sundowns to come out of the group stages to the quarterfinals, and how long it took me to take Mamelodi Sundowns to the semi-finals and then the final. So it took me 8 years to do all those things. But how you buy time? You have to win domestic, the league. You must win at home in the league so that you play Champions League again and Champions League again. So it's not easy. You need more than 2 years to have the team to settle and everybody to understand everything about you, and for you to understand everything about the players and how the team should play and how the team should function. But when we keep changing a lot, you don't have that harmony, because each and every coach has got his own mentality and philosophy, and it's not very easy for the club to settle. Yes, one more year, we will be good at Ahly. We will now be settled, and the team will be on autopilot. It will move easier and quicker, and we don't have to talk about, because even now I don't say about many things, because already my captain and the other leaders of the team, they know how I operate. So they help me inside the pitch, they help me with the players. So you need that synergy and all that. And that's what Mamelodi Sundowns has now. I mean, the coaches at Mamelodi Sundowns, Mangoba is 7 years at Mamelodi Sundowns. Rulani is 7 years, or 6 years, I could say, at Mamelodi Sundowns. So they are settled. So they know the team, and they know the culture and the mentality of winning. Because we have put the mentality of 8 years, you have to win. And that was the biggest thing to change. So in Ahly, I don't have to preach that mentality of winning. I mean, the badges will tell you the winnings. Or just look at the logo of the badges. So the team know how to win. But we need consistency, and to do it all the time, every time. That's the time that we need to buy. And that's what I don't know if my answer helps you. Yes, you need time. And ask Pep Guardiola. He's 5 years at Manchester City. He's yet to win the Champions League. You know? So if time is not on that side, then how you win it? Otherwise, you keep changing all the time, and players, philosophy, mentality. Yeah, we need time. The team has to settle a little bit. I think Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson are the right people that we can look up to, or in terms of how to find the team at the highest level, and it must operate like on autopilot mode.